another Super Eagles player. In fact, the star boy of Nigeria, the person that has been the topic of so many conversations in the past few weeks. I'm talking about Victor Osimhen. Victor Osimhen, of course, is still expected to leave Napoli this season based on everything that we know. Even the new coach of Napoli has come out and said, hey, the club has an agreement with him. He is going to leave. I know that I'm not going to be able to use him. The question now is, where exactly is Victor Osimhen going to? That's the question now. Who is going to sign him? We already heard that Napoli have said, okay, 120 million is a bit much. They've accepted 120 million is a bit much. We'll bring it down to 100. Some people are saying that they'll be willing to bring it down to 80. But nobody still knows exactly what's happening. So Smith Layi, we've heard that PSG, we've heard that a number of Premier League clubs, are interested in Victor Osimhen's signature. For you, what do you think could be the right move for Victor Osimhen? And what are your thoughts on just all the transfer news around him?
No, for me, I think one thing that is sure, as I said this in the last podcast, that Victor Osimhen will not be a player of Napoli next season. So about transfer going down and everything is business. It's not Osimhen's business. It's the club's business. So if the club want to sell him for 120, they are bringing in that. It's not Osimhen that is determined. They're saying, oh, sell me for this. Or no, it's the club that decided to do business. For example, now Mbappe actually left for free. So in my own opinion, I just think that they will do business. I think Napoli wants to get some money on Victor Osimhen. It's their prize asset. They want to get some money for Victor Osimhen. And I think, according to Fabrizio Romano, that is very close to the parties involved in this transfer. He said that Premier League is the preferred destination for Victor Osimhen. So, though I've been hearing from a very close source too, that he's been asking about the city of love. How is it like there and everything? But it's just been asking. Someone that he is asked now. So I will not go into details about that.
Don't worry, we know.
We just know that he actually was asked. So for me, I just think that if you look at the whole thing now, I don't think Saudi Arabia is the destination now. In my own, I think the people that likes to win the job, I think they will look for a way to sign Victor Osimhen. Yes.
Okay. So no, finish your thoughts.
Sorry, people that win the shop. Let me just say it. Arsenal. I don't think you win the shop again now because you signed Declan Rice. At least you did say £1 no complete. The way you missed out on other transfers. At least you signed Declan Rice. Maybe you will. So, but in my own personal opinion, I just think that that place might be the destination for Victor. I'm hearing that there'll be rumors too that Eric Ten too wants a very imposing forward. I can dominate defenders too. He's trying to send the Denmark boy, the Oibok, back to Syria to see maybe he can actually get Victor Osimhen because I just think that I've got Victor Osimhen, but I'm not really sure. Maybe Victor Osimhen we want to play in the Europa League. I'm not sure. I think that Ateta is a big fan, and I think that Osimhen is an upgrade on Gabriel Jesus.
Okay, but I guess I'll ask you this question: if Osimhen joins Arsenal, is he really competing with Gabriel Jesus, or is he competing with Kai Havertz?
See, Kai Havertz is just a placeholder. The reason why Kai Havertz is playing is because Nketiah and Jesus, they're not delivering. I think Kai Havertz can play off the striker very, very well. He does that one very well. And that's actually probably his best position. You cannot say Kai Havertz is dominating. We have seen situations that Arsenal, they were on back foot this season. And you are now expecting they were actually was on back this season, and you were now expecting them to hold up the ball up front, try and bring others to play and everything, and it's not doing that. But when Arsenal, when they actually
your mic is moving too much.
Okay, so when Arsenal when they actually were dominating, I think Albert is actually very important for them. So in my own personal opinion, I just think that Arsenal lost the league because of the some games that they did not dominate that should have won. Even without playing well, few chances. So I think he's trying to correct that. I know Sima is very good at smash and grab. If you remember the Napoli winning season against Roma, smash and grab, bam, all
Yeah.
those smash and grab. Yes, he's very good at that.
It's interesting. Arsenal, I've said it on this podcast before that I don't want Osimhen to go to Arsenal because I don't want Arsenal to have that kind of striker, But there also, is the question about style of play. Arteta's Arsenal is a team that moves the ball around. They pass the ball around a lot. Their striker links up with the team, and can Osimhen really play that style? Because when we've seen Osimhen play for Lille, where he banged in a lot of goals, where we've seen him play for Napoli, where he banged in a lot of goals, where we see him play for Nigeria, where he's banged in quite a number of goals as well. Osimhen is not really a player that links up with the team. He doesn't play shots, one-touch passes. He doesn't play one-twos. Osimhen is more so you put the ball for him to chase. He runs into the space. He finishes. You put the ball in the air. He fights with the defenders to score a goal. Maybe that's what Arsenal need. Maybe. But do you think his style will fit Arsenal's current system?
Can Haaland dribble? Can he combine with this thing? That was what he was saying about Haaland too. That he cannot do all this play. That is the one limiting Man City. But who is the top scorer this season? So all those theory. A coach will look for a way. Don't forget that it's not a Nigerian coach that will say, a coach will look for a way. He's well informed. He knows the strength of Victor Osimhen. If you ask him now that if he's bringing Victor Osimhen, he knows exactly what Victor wants to come and do. So, in my opinion, I just think that if Victor joins Arsenal, it's not going to be money misroad. I just think that he's someone that can actually call me. See, Arsenal, all those they don't do them years after years. What do you lead to? You need someone that can come here and put the ball at the back of the net, dominate them aerially. The only person that scores their headed goal mostly is the guy from the back from Brazil. What's his name again?
Gabriel.
But if you have two imposing figures like Gabriel and Victor Osimhen in the box for corner kicks, they have been hailing their set piece coach this last season that he did a very good job on that corner kick. You will see this time around that Victor will score a lot of goals. So in my opinion, Victor even got a better footwork than Haaland. I think we saw the way. So forget to see. I believe that Victor Osimhen will play well there.
I will say, I think it would be a case of, like you mentioned, the team would have to make sure that they adapt to him a little bit. And Osimhen would also need to, I think, change his style of play. In the sense that Osimhen will have to realize that, okay, I'm no longer in a club where I need to be running left, I need to be running right, I need to be going everywhere, trying to make everything happen. I can just relax, stay in the box, stay around the box. Let Odegaard do the work. Let Bukayo Saka do the work. Let Martinelli do the work. And they will just feed me. And I will just tap the ball in. I will just finish. He will have to adapt and realize that, see, just calm down. Let them do the work. Because that's why if you see like Haaland, for example, most of the time, they put it on a plate for him. He finishes the chance. And that's it. So I also think there's no reason why Osimhen cannot do well at Arsenal. Both parties will just have to adapt to each other. Osimhen will have to adapt to Arsenal to realize that he needs to change. And Arsenal will also realize that, okay, we need to change a little bit for this, our striker. But when you have a striker that can score goals like the way Victor Osimhen scores goals, like the way we've seen him score goals in the past 2 seasons, and even this last season that he didn't have his best season, but he still scored about 17 or 20 or something goals, It's just that for his standard, it seemed like he did not do that well. But for any other person's standard, he had a very good year.
Very good year.
So I think if they adapt to each other, there's no reason why, he cannot succeed. The only thing that I will say is that me personally, I think I want to see Osimhen in Paris. But I think it comes down to Osimhen's personal ambition. the Premier League is a league that he has been watching since he was a child in Nigeria. We know that he liked Chelsea, he liked the Drogba,
Mm-hmm.
so I'm sure it's probably a dream for him to play in the Premier League. It's something that he has dreamt of and he would like to
Mm-hmm.
achieve. But
Yes.
with Paris, obviously, what he gets in Paris is he continues to play for one of the strongest teams in the country. He has a
Mm-hmm.
chance to continue to win trophies on a consistent basis. He has a
Yes.
chance to consistently play in the Champions League,
Mm-hmm.
trying to win the Champions League, even though they'll probably not win it anytime soon. But at least he has a chance to continue that. The other thing that we'll have to say is that if he joins PSG, there will be a lot of pressure on him. That one
Mm-hmm.
is fact. Because PSG just let Mbappe go. And
Mm-hmm.
if they sign another player for, let's say, 80 million, 100 million, obviously Osimhen is not Mbappe. But fans are going to have expectation that you are going to come and produce. Do I
Mm-hmm.
think he can produce? Yes. Does he know the French league already? Yes, he does. He has chopped that league before.
Mm-hmm.
So me, I would like to see him in Paris. But if Osimhen has the ambition of the Premier League, if he wants to play in England, then that's probably where he'll go to. I just don't want us now to get a striker like Victor Osimhen because I feel like um, if
You
Arsenal if Arsenal get him, I got to
uh,
envy them small.
you have to, when sometimes when Nigerian players score, you go live briefly. So now, if Victor Osimhen score against Chelsea, you have to go live to celebrate that Victor those goals.
Yeah.
So, your allegiance will have to be divided until you are converted to a proper Arsenal fan.
Uh, but yeah.
Yeah,
Interesting one. I see a lot of people are saying, "Oh, PSG have two strikers already." Somebody said if Victor joins Arsenal, he will finish as the Premier League highest goal scorer
I
ahead of
agree.
Haaland.
I agree.
Big one, big one.
Can I just give you one reason, two reasons for that?
Okay,
I
go.
just believe that sometimes if you watch the way Arsenal wingers play, the most inverted. Sometimes, they when the guy from Brazil but let it go, he come back again, try to cross, that's how you do. We have to go to the left. But all those one-time ball, Arsenal doesn't play it. If
Mm.
Victor is there, if it comes to the wing, one time, whip it, you will see that they will play those type of balls for Victor. So that makes Saka unpredictable.
Mm.
You get me? So no, they stand a lot of opportunities when Victor actually was joins Arsenal.
Mm. Ola Lucas said, "Na bad belle they worry Ayo." I don't deny it when it comes to Arsenal.
Mm-hmm.
I'm bad belle.